Well, today is September 2nd, 2024, and I was just making recordings regarding of some of the incident that I'm being falsely accused and the desperate lies that is telling against me. And they're saying that nothing that I say is not true. But I'm not praying bad for people, but I'm praying for their doings to return back to them and to hand them and suffer the consequences of it, and I will never stop praying. But what I forget when I was mentioning the tickets purchasing in cash and how the guy will say they don't have account for me and what he's probably doing and then what he's lying afterwards. And even though the woman is taking out the stuff at the door and she only me after me passing there that she's coming and she's harassing and asking for ticket, and even after I show her tickets, she'll keep going and she'll keep doing it and she'll waiting for me to move from the table and be by myself and she'll come and she'll doing it. But I have had tickets for every single thing. Well, what I forget to mention is when the doctor was buying ticket twice, Dr. Charles and me go there they could see. I don't know how they conveniently, they say how they have high definition audio video camera for me, and they did not see. Let me go right there at the office and buy the ticket, and two tickets is issued to us, and we go in the door, and they can have the two stops, and we go in there, and then only me is being harassed afterwards. Well, then when the doctor, I think he realized what's going on. And so one day when after he buy two tickets of cash, he went back to buy two tickets for the show. The show, the right, whichever celebrity that was having a show there, with his credit card. The guy that was working in the office started arguing with him and telling him he can put up to $5, as low as $5 on his credit card. When one time when I go for buy a ticket of $15, they told me I have to buy it in cash. I couldn't put it in a credit card. He started telling the guy that because he started talking to him. He watching me and he started talking. He didn't want him to buy it, but he insisted on buying the two tickets on his credit card. So that way, people gonna realize that he was buying two tickets in cash all along when we went there, right? All the time that they're harassing me and all the time that they're lying. We went together. We went together to the office. He bought the two tickets in cash. We had two tickets. We go into the banquet hall, right? But anyways, that was the last time when he bought the two tickets on his credit card. After that, I never, I don't associate it to him anymore or whatever. But I'm glad that he did that. I'm glad that he bought the two tickets on his credit card so that he could prove that he was buying the tickets in cash. And we did have two tickets for the tea dances that we went to. And right, and then it also, I know to God that I'm not lying. When I go to buy cash, to take it with cash, the guy was selling it, they don't have account for me and they don't have account for me. So God knows what he's doing. He's taking the money, he's selling the tickets, but then he's going to lying to Marianne, lying to Yvonne. And they're right, and Yvonne is hollering, they got audio video camera only for me. But with God's grace and power, and the Georgia hit me 3 times on my shoulder today. And the April bulldozed me. And then the Adriana for Etna will yell and scream and shout 3 times out to bring it back and bring it back. And, and I'm right there with Chopin just for another form with God's grace and power. I hope it return back to them as someone, because I'm going to pray night and day. I know everybody has somebody that they can go tell their side to and tell their story to, who was, stand up and represent them, because that's what's happening. Everyone had holler, oh, they got friends, and all of them plan and plot before, all of them plan and plot, and then one would attack me, and all of them, they're staring at me. All of them plan and plot my heart every day. All of them plan and plot the hate crimes against me every day. Every single day. I go peacefully to the clubhouse. I don't say nothing to nobody. I don't do nobody nothing. I don't even touch people. And 3 people from the club that I started, well, they started their own branch or whatever. 3 people assaulted me. And they're claiming the last woman with Caroline sent the pool party, because they hollering they want to have fun, but they envious and they're jealous when they see me having fun and having a good time. The pool party was August 11. She sent 3 people for yell and scream and shout at me, and one of them, why she yell and scream, she take a set of paper plates and hit me in my tummy. Right then, I was on the dance floor right down there, in the area where they were dancing. Yvonne said how she reviewed camera and how there's no truth to nothing that I'm saying, but night and day are praying. And Caroline tells tell the Sonia quick time for say how it sounded like she was shouting because and she played to the musician music, the DJ. But God knows that she was yelling and she was shouting, and it's three of them, and then she got the mind to sit there and say she sent them, she sent them, she sent them, because she assaulted me twice. And Arlene was the first one who assaulted me on March 31st of 2023. And then she keep up the nasty thing for talking to phone, easy, and then come and shout and yell and scream at me. And then when I react and answer back, and every single meeting, as soon as even if they ask a question and I answer it because I'm Indian, I can't talk, the Arlene will jump down my throat. But with God's grace and power, it will all, someday, somehow, they will suffer the consequence of it. I'm not praying bad again. I'm not praying bad for people, but I'm praying for all the desperation of lies to me, about me, and against me, all the wrong things that I do to me, all the hate crimes that are committing against me, all the bullying that they gang up on, they bullying me, all the intimidation, all the racism, right, the gross racism, for them to meet it, for it to return back upon them, even though people can't continuously do it to them like they continuously do it to me, because they're in twos and threes and fours and fives. But a robber, the hand that, and all of them, the hand that they raised and they assaulted me with, including the robber today, because he's not my friend, I'm not his friend, right? They all said they don't want me and need me around there, but I live in this community, I'm a resident, and I've done nothing wrong to nobody. Right? I am a peaceful and a good person, right? They all mean to me. They're all nasty. They're all evil. And I can see their evil against Indians and against me. And the hate crimes that they've committed over and over and over again. All of them with a hatred, and that's saying it out loud. And then one time there, Arlene, after she asked me one day in the meeting, in the club meeting, how me feel that everybody hate me. I said, how would anybody feel if everybody hate them? But that's their hatred that they're going to take to their grave. Then the next time she sending message in the group and say how she happy to serve with what? Positivity and respect and love. This time the woman hate me so bad, and she talk about it. She gossip about me all the time, and they've never showed no respect. As soon as I say a word, even answering a question what they ask, she drum down my throat, and then there's no positivity in the things that they're talking. That's why she gossiping, and she coming with Liz, and Liz asking she any change, because that's what they're talking about me. They're the ones who wrong to me. They're the ones who making all these false recordings. And the Liz asking, and she got no change. And then she taking her hand, Arlene, you say, oh, no change. And she taking her hand and she doing like this because the GG, who used to harass me and still doing it for show, everybody. She used to tell everybody, oh, she doing like this to her finger and said, crazy cut your hair, crazy this, crazy, and she going on and on to all of them. They used to that cussing me out, calling me all kinds of names, and everybody at the table vouching for she. And so she back there saying it's me. But with God's grace and power, I am not lying. All of them is vouching for each other, and all of them plan and plot my heart, and all of them is the one who's lying desperately. So that's the Arlene doing, and she's showing the Liz. But she and the Liz been doing things to me from a long time. She would go out and talking to Liz and talking to Siobhan Easy, come mute the phone, come and yell and scream and shout at me, then unmute the phone when I respond. But there's so much of liars, so much of desperate liars that I may have to turn back and sorry for them when the lies return back, the doings return back upon them, when they suffer the consequences, because every teardrop from my eyes will fall upon them, and I know it will, right? Because all the hurt and pain and suffering that are causing me, and it's at the hands of all of them, all the hate crimes, because of hatred for me, and they say it, they all spell out the hatred, and then they want to turn around and lie and write in. They, with God, grace, and power, they got your video camera and they're clipping it off. They're editing it. And God is witnessing they're editing it. And they're only seeing me and they're only showing me and they're only saying me. I'm sure they're not going to say the woman jump up from she seat today and pointing finger and telling me what he said there. And she pointing finger and she going on. Right, they own it. Nobody was sitting in the chair when I said there, but they own it. They can do that. they'll get all right.